My name is Griselle with Psychic MD, and I'm here to talk to you a little bit about the crown chakra and how that really affects us on day-to-day life. So, I think I was just trying to get my notes ready here. Some of the symptoms that you may notice that is actually directly correlates with the crown chakra are feeling lonely, feeling unimportant, lacking faith, belief, and spirituality. And that's a really big one. It doesn't mean that everybody's like walking around going, I don't believe in this, I don't believe in that. It's just that maybe you have lost your conviction, that there's something greater out there, or a greater force or greater universe, whatever the case may be. Some people having not faith in anything, okay? Having mental fog, okay? I struggled with mental fog quite a bit. Being judgmental and overall feeling lost. So I've talked to a lot of friends and family that have been at different stages of that. And this talked to me a little bit about having that crown chakra, which again is up here, is impeded. I did put my little cheat chart in the back. Oh, maybe I should just not say that word anymore. But anyways, it's your crown chakra, and some people say that the crown chakra is the color is white or like a purplescent. Okay, so some people have even said that the color of that chakra, the seventh chakra, is clear. I personally think of it as a white chakra, kind of like purity and light and things like that. So anyways, some of the physical symptoms I thought were really fascinating too. The sensation, physical symptoms, back up, is having nerve pain, which she's been having mega nerve pain right here. Neurological disorders, nerve pain, sensation going on the crown of your chakra, on your crown. So if you're having issues with the chakra or downloads or anything like that, you're going to notice it on your crown chakra. Now, personally, for me, it's hard to explain, but the best way I can explain it is like having somebody's hands like right here and just a little, like putting their nails on your scalp, and you're like, what the heck? And it doesn't exactly hurt, but it doesn't either feel good. So it can be that kind of a sensation. Other times I've had to where it's like little lightly, like somebody lightly touching your crown, and that's really discombobulating as well, because it kind of feels like something's like crawling on you a little bit. And so a lot of times when I'm getting my downloads personally, especially for a client, it feels that way to me. It can extend beyond the crown, that sensation, that feeling, but those are just kind of the basics that I'm experienced with. So yeah, crown chakra again. So feeling lost and judgmental. I just right now, the blockage I was focused on. What is blocking us right now, some of us that are watching, is the Ten of Swords. And this is about feeling like, can anything else go wrong? Feeling like we're the victim. Feeling like, oh my goodness, every time I turn around, it's something. Feeling like, is it ever going to end type thing. Look at all these swords coming from, it looks like a million. It feels like a million swords, and it's very, very discombobulating. I'll say that. Now, one thing I'm noticing here is contracts being burned, contracts being thrown into the wind. And I want to say that some of us have been hanging on to these contracts that are not good for us, whether it's like how we behave with other people, or we play certain roles in people's lives. And sometimes we outgrow those roles, honestly. It's like, you could have a friendship that you've had for a million years, and maybe you were the one that was like subservient, in no ways handing over your power. I'm like, okay, wherever you want to go, okay, whatever you want to do, okay, just making it easier because, the other person feels the need to have that power. Yeah, and so maybe some of us have burned those contracts. We're no longer doing that, or that's what we need to do, is burn those contracts. and, you know, formulate different ones because this contract's fulfilled its purpose. And now it's in a position where you're feeling like, you know what, it's too much of a burden and I can't do it anymore. And I don't want to do it anymore. So the next card I'm getting that is standing in the way is trying to gain our stability, our security. So I would say the first three chakras, if you're into that sort of thing, are in question. Trying to get our balance, looking at the past with the stubbornness. Be guilty of too. But all of these things, it's really a mindset, and it's interesting that these came out as obstacles because they are, you know, affiliated with the crown, obviously. So it's a mindset. Crown chakra, go figure. So you are standing in a great position, but that can be a problem as well. Okay, sometimes we want to hold on to things that don't serve us, even if our position is good. It doesn't mean that you're going to give up, you know, jobs or anything like that if you're currently employed. It can simply mean that your role is going to be different. Maybe instead of defending your lofty position, you want to go ahead and reach out and teach other people. You know, so it's going to be individual to each person, of course. This is simply a collective reading. So what else is blocking this seventh chakra? The crown chakra, where we get our spiritual connection, the enlightenment that we need, messages from above. Yep, I keep getting, you know, defending your position, digging your heels in. I knew this was going to come out once again. You know what? I'm right. I'm always a victim. This crap always happens to me. Feelings like that and thinking like that, which, you know what? I'm not saying I'm perfect, but that's going to hold us all back. So those contracts that we have with our thinking, it really affects how, yeah, great. Okay, I get it. It really affects what we attract and how we see ourselves, and how we see ourselves is really a big influencer on how other people see us as well. So if you're feeling like you're constantly the victim, like things are always happening to you and not for you, whether, you know, you could look at the same situation and have two different mindsets. You can say, wow, this is really shitty. It happened to me and I don't like it, and this always happens, and why does it keep happening? And now we're in a cycle. Or we can flip the script and think, you know what, this is my part in it, and I've allowed it, I accepted it. In fact, I wrote the script by saying that I'm always a victim. Then we're putting that out to the universe, and the universe is just listening. They're like, okay, well, you're always that, so let's give you more. And so that's what we want to be aware of, is kind of reinventing ourselves, breaking contracts, even with ourselves that no longer serve us, and rethinking those things. And it's like, you know what, I'm not a victim. This is what I played in the past, and this is what I'm burning and letting go of, okay? So that was why I had the Magician popping up. Ideas for you guys. I hope this is helpful. Anyways, before I forget, do please like, share, subscribe to my channel so I can continue making videos and just really supporting you guys through whatever it is that you need support. So if you have any ideas on what you'd like for me to cover or talk about, I would not mind if you left that in the comments as well, okay? Okay, so I got some jump cards. This is how to heal. In order to open up our crown chakra is maintain your balance, okay? Get your balance going. It's going to be really important. One message that I was getting is, you know, diet and exercise, which who needs to do that? That would be me. But diet and exercise is going to really help us to perform our best, to start thinking clear. I want to say also, with the Temperance card, everything is about balance, about moderation. But know that this too, even in our hardship and just feeling angry and upset and feeling victimized, you know, we need to kind of dial that back down and take a look and see what is our responsibility. I love how she has her toes in the water. Like, I'm going to kind of check this out. I feel like some of you guys are like, well, let me check it out. I'll see if this is something that fits me, and that's fine. But the other foot is grounded, okay? And I think just balance it out and see if things are correct for you. Also knowing that there are two different elements in those cups that that angel has, and indeed it's a guide, an angel, that you have, you know, one component of in this chalice and another one here, and when you mix them together, now all of a sudden you create a third element because you had two different ingredients and two different vials or vessels. So that's my point, is to know that this is an alchemy, a time of alchemy where the old and the new could be clashing, combining in such a way that it creates kind of like a mist and maybe even a hiss that, you know, things are a little bit feel dramatic or feel very, very tough and heavy. But that mist, even in that mist, it's heavy in itself. It's kind of like thick and uncertain. You can't see beyond it. But the fact that it's being created is really transmuting that energy as well. So with that, I get definitely please do that, because then you have the sun. This is your freedom. This is your ability to be naked in front of the world. It's like, I don't even give a what people think, what people say. It's just me. And if you like it, that's fine. If you don't have to watch. You could move on. You have so many choices. But my freedom is to be my authentic self. And I feel like that's going to really help you to be viewed in a favorable way, that you have no pretenses, that you're not here for anything but just to be genuine. And also that's going to give you a renewed sense of purpose, because I think that that's going to weed out all the garbage that is potentially blocking your crown chakra. Okay. Next card I have is the Judgment card. And, you know, there's not a ton to say here other than when I'm looking at it, Judgment card is looking towards the left. To me, that's always a past. So there's a need to judge the past, to take a look at it, resurrect old issues. Yeah, nobody wants to hear this. Take out them skeletons out of them closets. You know what? October passed, but it doesn't mean that we have dealt with any of those skeletons, right? So take the skeletons out, revisit them, take a look at them, and sort accordingly. Get rid of them, rebury some of them. Other ones are, you know, here to stay. Whatever the case may be, but there's going to be new judgment formed based on all of your past actions and experiences that will help you continue moving forward, all right? And I think that is good. That it's good. I think that you're going to be a little bit sassy about it, a little bit kind of like, well, what do I have to look for? What do I have to look at? I've been the victim of this, that, and the other. And it's like, look, we've all had trials and tribulations, and I'm not trying to piss anyone off. But frankly, the truth of the matter is that no one is perfect. It could be a lot of self-deception going on as well. The more that we resist looking at the past and our roles and things, it could be just frankly self-deception and self-defeating behavior. And it really impedes that crown chakra. So there is a desperate need to get clarity. Once you pull out all of those old skeletons, you know what, you're going to have no problem sorting through them, cut through them, and this person doesn't care if it cuts her, if it cuts other people. It is a double-edged sword. I think that we have to be in that mindset of, you know what, the clouds, it's so cloudy, our world right now is so nebulous, it's like we don't know what's coming. Some of us say we do. Whatever the case may be, it's like storm clouds have been gathering for a long time. It's impeding our vision. We can't see. We need to cut through the bullshit, okay? With that, I do see a lot of messengers that are the seagulls here to come back and report to you. And the good news with that is that I think that you're going to be able to see what to cut out, what is false in your life, to bring this tower down. This is basically anything that you built your life around or on top of that was not on solid ground. It was built on a foundation that was faulty, that was basically a lie. I've been there, done this too. We're human. Nobody's perfect, okay? So I've made choices that put my own house on fire many times, okay? And I'm not proud of it. But I just want to get you guys to realize that sometimes we need to kind of burn things down before we can rebuild everything up again. I think that this, if you really choose to take this seriously, writing down things that, you know, things from your past and patterns and cycles. Write down 10 things that you feel victimized on. And then out of those 10 things, start going, no, I allowed this. No, I allowed that person in my space. Yeah, I chose not to speak up for myself. I continue taking that person back. And quit making excuses, because excuses really get us nowhere, okay? So that tower needs to come down. Just take responsibility, own it. It's already happened, right? That in itself is going to give you a lot of illumination. I see embers flying everywhere. Obviously, this like electrical bolt, this lightning right here is burning everything to the ground, but it is representing your crown chakra as well. The top of the tower, and it's going to bring you great illumination so that you can cut through all the crap that's really confusing, that's holding you back, that's enslaving you perhaps, and get to a place where you feel like it's just where you want to be. That's better, that's more concrete, that's in a lot of ways more stable, right? That way, yeah, that way you can actually look forward to what is coming towards you, because you're not walking around with illusions anymore, with delusions, and you're ready to get that stability under your belt and look and see what is coming towards you in a really healthy way. In a way also that you're like, you know what, I got this. I think that you're going to get a renewed self-esteem, confronting all the old garbage. If you guys would like any homework on doing exercises, such as, you know, the Ten of Swords exercise, let me know, because I will kindly, I will happily, I should say, go ahead and do mine and then share them with you guys if you're interested in doing anything like that. It's a place of being like really vulnerable with people that I don't even know. But that's, you know, it is what it is. If that would help you in any way, shape, and form, let me know. And again, please do like, share, subscribe, comment to this channel so that I can actually know if I'm reaching anyone or if I'm simply talking to myself, okay? This is what you have to look forward to, my friend. It's being in control of your inner beast, not having those knee-jerk reactions, having the divine protection on your crown chakra, and having your own communication to be able to get more downloads and understand things that, you know, with two eyes simply can't give you living in this dimension, I should say. So I hope that that was somewhat cohesive, somewhat clear. Your crown chakra, again, I would personally suggest wearing white. And when you put your white shirt on, or wife beater, if that's what you choose to do, I would just kind of pray over the garment and say, okay, this is my intention, and I'm going to infuse it, and I'm going to bless my shirt. I know it sounds kind of crazy, but why stop now? And just say, this is my intention, is just to get messages from the divine. I'm open to messages. I am grateful that I can even receive, and get into the receiving mode, okay? So with that, I will leave you, my friends. Thank you so much for your time, and namaste.